Hadīth 1. Narrated Abu Musa, a son was born to me and I took him to the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, who named him Ibrahim, did Tahnik for him with a date, invoked Allah to bless him and returned him to me. The narrator added, that was Abu Musa's eldest son. Hadīth 2. Narrated Aisha, a boy was brought to the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, to do Tahnik for him, but the boy urinated on him, whereupon the Prophet had water poured on the place of urine. Hadīth 3. Narrated Ismā bint Abu Bakr, I conceived Abdullāh bin Az-Zubayr at Makkah and went out of Makkah, while I was about to give birth. I came to Medina and encamped at Kaaba, and gave birth at Kaaba. Then I brought the child to Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, and placed it on his lap. He asked for a date, chewed it, and put his saliva in the mouth of the child. So the first thing to enter its stomach was the saliva of Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him. Then he did its tahnik with a date, and invoked Allah to bless him. It was the first child born in the Islamic era, therefore they, Muslims, were very happy with its birth, for it had been said to them that the Jews had bewitched them, and so they would not produce any offspring. Hadīth 4. Narrated Anas bin Malik, Abu Talha had a child who was sick. Once, while Abu Talha was out, the child died. When Abu Talha returned home, he asked, how does my son fare? Sulaym, his wife, replied, he is quieter than he has ever been. Then she brought supper for him and he took his supper and slept with her. When he had finished, she said to him, bury the child, as he's dead. Next morning, Abu Talha came to Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, and told him about that. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said to him, did you sleep with your wife last night? Abu Talha said, yes. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, O Allah, bestow your blessing on them as regards that night of theirs. Sulaym gave birth to a boy. Abu Talha told me to take care of the child till it was taken to the Prophet. Then Abu Talha took the child to the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, and Sulaym sent some dates along with the child. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, took the child on his lap, and asked if there was something with him. The people replied, yes, a few dates. The Prophet took a date, chewed it, took some of it out of his mouth, put it into the child's mouth and did tahnik for him with that, and named him Abdullāh. Hadīth 5. Narrated Anas, as above. Hadīth 6. Narrated Salman bin Amir ad-Dabbi, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, Aqiqa is to be offered for a newly born boy. Hadīth 7. Narrated Salman bin Amir ad-Dabbi, I heard Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, saying, Aqiqa is to be offered for a newly born boy, so slaughter an animal for him and relieve him of his suffering. Narrated Habib bin Ṣaḥīḥ, Ibn Sirin told me to ask Al-Hasan from whom he had heard the narration of Aqiqa. I asked him and he said, from Samurah bin Jundub. Hadīth 8. Narrated Abu Hurairah, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, neither Fara nor Atira is permissible. Al-Fara was the first offspring of camels or sheep, which the pagans used to offer, as a sacrifice, to their idols. And Al-Atira was a sheep which was to be slaughtered during the month of Rajab. Hadīth 9. Narrated Abu Hurairah, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, neither Fara nor Atira is permissible. Al-Fara was the first offspring, they got of camels or sheep, which they, pagans, used to offer, as a sacrifice, to their idols. Atira was a sheep which used to be slaughtered during the month of Rajab.